This is College Classic Campus. I'm TcYbarra. I was wondering if at any point anyone knows anything about the do's and the don'ts of being in office versus not being in office any longer, and exactly what it is that one's capable or one's allowed to do once they leave office of a position. Like, say for instance, the CEO of a company, or say for instance someone who's in charge of the state of Alabama. Do they still have the authority that they once had or drew while they were in office? Can they still make decisions and pursue things, say for instance legal things that they were pursuing while they were in office? Or do they have a certain time limit to those things? I would imagine so. I understand that once the president leaves office, he has 1 year before leaving office, even if it's 4 years or 8 years, that he has 1 year. He has to finish all the things that he started before, and 1 year after he leaves office, if he loses the candidacy, after that to continue all the things that he has to finish. So he has 1 year or 6 months or something like that in time. So if he served 4 years, then he has 1 year after that he still has a presidential, or 6 months he has presidential access. And I was wondering, since the Obamas haven't been out of office for a year, are they still pursuing some of the things that they were pursuing while they were in office? Because, I mean, like, he gave a lot of money away to a socialist group recently, $1.7 million, or no, $7.1 million to a socialist group from World War II or World War I that started in the early 1900s, 1928, 1918. And they're a communist group, basically. That's what they are, a socialist group, a Marxist group, basically. And I was wondering why he did that, if he's a Christian but his family, they come from a Islamic background, and they claim Muslim, but it's Islam because they're not Arab, that I know of. He's Kenyan and English and German. That's has nothing to do with being Arab. So he couldn't be Muslim. You have to be Arab to be Muslim. And the Muslims that I know, both their parents are Arab. They don't get a Turkish Arab or anything like that. They're Arab, Saudi Arabia, and they're Muslims. Those are Muslims. And today's Muslim is only half Arab. Today's Muslim, they're still claiming to be Muslim because they speak Arabic and all that, but today's Muslim, it seems like, is half Arab. It's really strange, and not that I have anything to say about it, because I mean, I love God. I do love God. I love the Son. I love the Spirit that's holy. But today's Muslim is white. And to hear Barack Obama, while he was in school, he was registered as a Muslim at a Catholic Muslim school. It was sort of, I feel threatened for the future. I'm not so sure that his intentions, I've heard some of the senators say, are not American intentions. They have alternate advisories or paths that will lead to different directions other than the American way. And I believe that. I truly do. I worry for America, because I believe that we need to get rid of a third of the Central Americans. We need to get rid of a third of the Europeans and a third of the Mid-Easterns. They're really bad. You know what's really interesting is how the Buddhists, they're not really causing any trouble, or the Hindus, they don't really cause any trouble. It's really usually just the Christians, Islamics, Jews, and, well, I can't even really say Muslims, just really the Christians, the Jews, and Islamics who can't get along. They don't agree. And this is a Christian country, so regardless of what Barack Obama says, it's interesting. The witchcraft that has spread since the past 9 years, it's witchcraft when you're in your house and you hear a voice speaking to you and you say, wait a minute, what's going on? or the computer tell you, if you don't do this, I'm going to shut down. And it shut down. And there's so many strange things going on today that, I mean, they they try to put you in a nut house and it won't even happen. In the old days, you said something like what I'm saying now. They'll put you in a nut house. You'll be a 5150 or something. But today, we've seen so much stuff happen. So many things have gone wrong. So much stuff has taken place out of the ordinary, out of the mediocre, that you would never get 5150. You never get disability. It won't happen. You got to completely prove you're nuts today. This is College Classic Campus Hits. What's America coming to? I think Donald Trump's right. I think we need to get rid of some of these Latin Americans, some of these European Americans, and some of these Middle Eastern Americans. I think they're bad for us. I'm sorry. God bless you.